accordance with the public laws of 1975, Chapter 231. An adequate notice of this meeting has been provided by a notice sent to the Asbury Park Press, the Two River Times, and the Star Ledger, and posted in the main lobby of the municipal building and on the municipal website. OPMA authorizes municipalities to conduct public meetings through use of streaming services and other online meeting platforms. The Red Bank Council is meeting in person, as well as providing an option for the public to participate via Zoom video meetings. Please note that the option to attend is being provided as a courtesy. Therefore, if Zoom becomes unavailable during the meeting and cannot quickly be fixed, council will continue with the remainder of the meeting. For those joining us via Zoom, please raise your hand during designated times to be recognized for a comment. Whether you are appearing in person or via Zoom, you must provide your name to be recognized. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic which stands one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call, please, Mary.
Councilmember Bonatakis. Here. Councilmember Cassidy.
Present.
Councilmember Facey Blackwood. Here. Councilmember Forrest.
Present.
Councilmember Janone.
Here.
Deputy Mayor Tridiano. Here. And Mayor Portman.
Here. We do have a proclamation tonight. It is for Colorectal Cancer Awareness Month for March. Nice to see you. Our annual visit. Annual, right? Is that, how often should we be, and how often should I be making an annual visit to my doctor? Annually?
Yeah, well, your colonoscopy every 5 to 10 years.
All right, good. I'm on track. Whereas colorectal cancer is the second leading cause of cancer deaths in the United States among men and women combined. Whereas colorectal cancer is one of the few cancers that can be prevented with timely screening, but 1 in 3 eligible Americans are not up to date on screening. Whereas colorectal cancer is the leading cause of cancer death for men and second leading cause of cancer death for women under the age of 50. And whereas American Indian, Alaska Natives, and Black Americans are more likely to be diagnosed with colorectal cancer and more likely to die from the disease than other groups. And whereas colorectal cancer is expected to account for 12% of cancer deaths among Hispanic men and 9% of cancer deaths for Hispanic women. Whereas Americans in rural areas are more likely to be diagnosed with and die from colorectal cancer than Americans in urban areas. And whereas in 2024, there were approximately 152,810 new cases and 53,010 deaths from colorectal cancer. And whereas the national goal established by the National Colorectal Cancer Roundtable is to strive to increase timely colorectal cancer screenings to 80% in every community for all Americans eligible for screening. And whereas observing a colorectal cancer awareness month during the month of March would provide a special opportunity to increase awareness and offer education on the importance of early detection and screening of colorectal cancer. Now, therefore, I, William Portman, Mayor of Red Bank, New Jersey, do hereby proclaim March 2025 as Colorectal Cancer Awareness Month.
Want us to come up here?
Go ahead.
Please.
Just a whole thing so much. Might be real big gas.
It's got a wall.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you for all you do.
Thank y'all.
Where are they from?
I forget. Well, that's next year. Well, you can.
Just ask.
I forget where from what hospital, where do you guys work?
BNA.
Oh, DNA.
VNA?
Gotcha.
Okay.
We're not VNA people.
No.
She's giving gastro. Oh, those are.
Red Bank Gastro.
BNA. They're gonna be gastro.
Here because
Over on Broad Street.
Okay.
that's why I keep.
I had my first visit this year. I'll be back in 3 years.
Okay.
Oh, you got the short list.
I got the short list, but all's good. And that's why you go for your exam.
Yeah, that's right.
Brian, you got that for
Yeah.
the article? Cassie's all good. All right.
Thank you so much, everyone.
Took care of me.
So
Thank you.
thank you guys for coming. We had a little mix up on our end too. We did not put it on the agenda, but the superintendent of Red Bank Regional Schools, as well as the president of the Board of Education are here. And they want to give us an update that we'd love to hear on how awesome my son is, basically. So, come on up, Dr. Moore, and yeah, sure. There's a microphone right there at the chair. You know the drill.
Wonderful. I have just some handouts for you.
Oh,
Awesome.
good.
This is our, we try and do what we call a spotlight on excellence every season. So this is our winter, and then we'll have one in spring soon.
Very good.
Constantly, I have some newer updates.
Thank you.
I think everyone has one.
There's none.
Okay. Yeah, and did you get one? Ben didn't get, you got one. Thank you.
Of all people, Ben didn't get one.
Sorry, Ben.
Right.
So I guess I'll have a seat. It's kind of, I feel like I'm testifying or something.
Let's have a conversation.
So thank you so much, Mayor and Councilman and council members for having me tonight. I just wanted to go through a couple of highlights from some of the exciting things that are happening at the high school. We have so many points of pride here with our partners. You are our partner. I often see Councilman Forrest at school events, obviously very important. We both have children in the school, so that's a blessing and it's wonderful to see you. But anyway, let me go through a couple of things, man. I won't take, I know you probably have a busy night, so I promise not to take a huge amount of time. And then if there's any questions, I'd be glad to try and answer. So first off, our themes for the year, if you will, are three themes that have emerged as major points of work and activity in our school. The first is a really sustained effort that goes back, a multi-year effort, to ensure that excellence and equity exist at the school for all students. And I think the way I explain that is simply this: everyone feels valued in the school, and everyone can find something of value while they're there. And that leads us to another, I think, exciting area of concentrated effort this year, and that's building new partnerships and new pathways with students. I'm going to talk about some of those in a second. The idea being that that is a child's secondary experience shouldn't just end at grade 12. We should be consciously building for kids ways to find bridges to their future goals and their future dreams. I'll talk about some of those things in just a second. And finally is to build a school culture that's welcoming and inclusive. We are blessed to have a high school that's truly integrated. Red Bank Regional has a tremendous student body, notable for its excellence and notable for its also for its diversity. And we also want to promote as much as possible a sense of unity and common purpose. Just a couple of highlights, some academic honors. We honored at our last Board of Education meeting on February 19th. We honored academic varsity letter winners, all of our classes. These are students who have managed to earn A averages in all their subjects for as long as they've been at the high school. So in addition to sophomores and juniors, we also had, it was really a remarkable to honor the seniors who have achieved that distinction for all 4 years of our high school career. One of our seniors, Jake Fredericks, right over here at the Basie, won the Poetry Out Loud Region 3 competition. I hope you're going forward in that. Last year, you might recall that Luke Wilson actually went out to compete at the national level in Washington, D.C.
Yep.
So it looks like we're on a nice path in that regard. Our creative writing majors were recently acknowledged at the Scholastic Writing Regional Awards competition. The council might be interested, and I'll be sure to push this out because it isn't in the update I gave you. But we recently received news that RBR alumni from the Creative Writing Program are actually have a number of published books that are available on Amazon.
Nice.
And that's pretty exciting, pretty remarkable for someone who's in their 20s and already have a published book. A few curriculum highlights. Our English language arts program has been in a multi-year effort that we call the all-in strategy. And the strategy is that we are aiming to build programs and pathways so that all students, 100% of our students, take at least one college level ELA course by the time they graduate. We have an incredibly rich curriculum, so there's actually 6 possible choices for students. I'm really proud to say that we are now at the 65% mark, the 22% increase from where we were just 4 years ago. And I'm also proud to say that not only are more students accessing these programs, but we're also seeing strong evidence of inclusion. I'll give you 2 examples. ELA, AP Language Arts, AP Language, which is a very popular course in our junior year program. In just 2018, only 5% of the students came from low-income households. Proud to report that it's now at 35%. A new course that we just rolled out this year through a partnership with Brookdale, which is called Brookdale English Language Arts 121, another articulated course in which the students will be eligible to receive college level credits or college credit for the course when they complete it, is 43% of the students in that course come from low-income households. I'm really proud that I was selected, along with my colleague Jess Bertiglione. I gave the keynote address recently at Monmouth County, at the Monmouth County Curriculum Consortium, at the Monmouth County Leadership Academy, and I talked about these efforts in our new equity and excellence policy, which was adopted by our Board of Education last year in June, which commits the district and has the same moral standing as do the other policies that govern the district and commits us to excellence and equity. I know some people on this council, I think, as far as help with the framing of that, and I think Laura may have been for some of those meetings, so we really appreciate that. Proud to report the policy continues to evolve and continue to change, shape our direction. Just on the college and career pathway front, I mentioned that in my introduction. We're expanding our partnership with Brookdale. So just a couple of highlights. I already mentioned the English language arts course, but we also are getting kids access to industry valued certificate programs at the college. The one that we're rolling out this year is where students can start a certificate program in auto technology. And our first part of students that are actually in that program starting this spring. This means that next year, when they graduate, they'll have completed 20 of the 43 credits they'll need to have a certificate in auto tech. And then they can pursue, if they want to pursue an associate's degree or a bachelor's degree, they can do it as well. We're the first and only high school in Monmouth County to offer our students that option through Brookdale. A number of our students are also completing, again, another first for Monmouth County, taking place at RBR. A number of our students are completing a Spanish English translation certificate in medical and judicial. So they'll be able to work in our communities, in our courts, and in other settings, and also in medical settings to help fellow citizens out with translation services. And they'll also be eligible to earn money to further their education and to support other things going on. As is the Red Bank Council, and I know that my partners up there, I know we're very concerned about the impact that the change in the federal administration has had on some of our families, and we partnered with a number of community partners, notably Itzel Perez with the American Friends Council.
Record Friends Service Committee.
Sorry.
Thanks.
And she's come to thank you for the correction, appreciate it. She's come to RBR twice, and I had the good opportunity to present with Itzel at I guess it was last month. Kate, you were there, is that correct? Was it last month?
It was, honestly, the last month has been
a blur, but Itzel Perez Hernandez has single-handedly trained over 250 nonprofits and all of the public schools in Red Bank on essentially what to do if ICE comes, and essentially teaching people their constitutional rights.
Yeah, and she also trained as you mentioned, she also trained our
Yeah.
She's working with, we have an organization at the school, the RBR Dreamers, and she's working with the Dreamers also to get that message out. So we're grateful for that. We recently hosted a visit to the high school, 20 school districts from the university, from as far north as Passaic and as far south as Wildwood. Visited Red Bank Regional to visit the classrooms to observe our instructional program in action. I'm also proud to report that Dr. Rummage, as well as fellow educators from Shrewsbury and Little Silver also came, again, because building those connections between the districts, and ensuring a smooth and successful transition for all of our students is very important. So we're very happy about that. In sports, I'll just jump ahead. We've had a really successful winter sports season. Both our girls and our boys, basketball programs are still in operation. I know on Saturday, the boys will be playing, I believe, Freehold Borough, so you're welcome to come. On me, that's on Saturday at noon time. Unfortunately, our hockey program ended their season this year, but they really had an exceptional season.
Nice.
We're very proud of them.
Fall soccer too.
Fall soccer,
Amazing, right?
I was just mentioning,
Yeah.
the winter sports maybe, but absolutely,
All right.
fall soccer had their first championship
Amazing.
in 50 years. So we're really, really proud of all of, as I say, all of our student athletes. And we'll see, and like I said, the winter season isn't over, so hopefully that will continue. Just a few highlights for the council, and some upcoming events that you might want to know. I already mentioned the state tournament going on at RBR on March 1st, when our boys basketball team takes on Real Borough. March 12th will be the coming together again of our strategic planning council. You're all invited to come. I know that Ben actually participated on the planning council part of it, and he'll have a front row seat to it, but everyone is welcome to be there for the presentation. We'll be sharing with the public and also the planning council some of the action plans that we anticipate we'll be putting into place in the coming years after the strategic plan is adopted. Also, March 21, the source will be hosting. The source is our school-based youth services department at the high school. School-based youth services. It's you all call it the source, but it provides a wide range of services, mental health services, other kinds of care services, food security. A remarkable range of support services. But anyway, the source will be having its 25th anniversary celebration on March 21 at the Davison Country Club. So I'm not a member, but they're letting me in. So I'm really looking forward to that on the 21st. So that's about it. That's it. I hope it gave you a sense of all the wonderful stuff that's happening in our schools. Proud to report to Mayor Porter that his son is doing just fine.
He's a senior this year, so I'll still be around, but not quite as often. But yeah, he's one of the creative writing majors that you talked about, and just an amazing program. So he's been blessed to have some really, really good teachers that while he's been at school there. So
yeah, I think you're probably aware that the Monmouth County Teacher of the Year, Dr. Sarah Mazzone, she teaches in our English department. She was honored with that selection last year, and was a finalist to be selected for the State Teacher of the Year. She was one of only 6 of the county teachers were selected for that honor, and she was. So we're really proud of Sarah. We're proud of everyone at our.
does anyone have any questions, by the way? But we got Dr. Moore captive here. So. Ben.
I just wanted to make a comment that I very much appreciated being at your board meeting last week.
On the 19th, yeah.
That's right, and I had some questions, and it was answered them as best I could. And we don't have a pilot project in front of us, but there's concerns there on a variety of issues. And I've been in touch with the board president who's sitting behind you, and it's a pleasure to be there and be part of play a small part in these strategic processes. And I was just putting your next meeting in my calendar.
Excellent, Ben. It's on the 5th.
On the 5th?
March 5, yeah. Okay. And again, you're our partners, and it's so great to have the support. I guess this is a great opportunity to be with you tonight and to report that our school is thriving, and it's because of our partnerships, because community support, great teachers, great kids, and great communities make great schools. So thank you for that. That's a genuine expression of great appreciation.
Thank you, Dr. Moore. Yeah, I said thank you.
Yeah, I will say one thing. If you can help us, and I know you don't have control over it, we can get that hockey arena back in Red Bank, that would be great. I promise I'd give a shout out for the hockey program. I'm not sure if you're aware, but I'm not sure why it happened, but the Armory site we lost the Armory site last year. And so our hockey program, the actual home base is actually in Wall,
Oh,
which isn't that far, but the nice thing about the Armory was we would always have a lot of fan support and.
Yeah.
And we had some support, but there was a noticeable decline in fan support.
Interesting.
I always thought it was such a nice thing if we had the Armory there, that the local high school would be able to play there.
Sure, that makes
Yeah.
sense.
But we're not, and there's another school up the road that is not the hometown that is playing there, Rumson Derby.
Oh. Oh.
Hey,
So maybe,
plot thickens.
maybe a tax or some kind of a.
A tariff, maybe?
Yeah, you can-
Right.
That's just I mean, somewhat, in a somewhat humorous light, but also.
Well, we again appreciate you being here, Dr. Moore, and look forward to your next report.
Thanks, and and please come out to, please come to, Ben consistently comes. But also on the 12th, you're all welcome, that's our strategic planning council. Come at 5 o'clock on.
Thank
you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Likewise. Okay, can I have a motion to open the floor for public comments on agenda items only?
I'll make such a motion.
Can I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Hi.
All right. Public, the floor is yours. Anyone online, Jim?
Mr. Poku has hands up.
Yes, please.
Yeah. It's not on yours, but it's on ours. It's on yours. Yeah.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. My name is William Oku, 90 Bank Street. Mayor, you and I go way back in Low Ambush.
Yes.
So I sent out mail early this afternoon to this given to Mayor and Council. I see that Morris has.
We all have it.
We all have a copy.
So, this is basically, very in public. So if there is a response and, the letter that was sent, we can somehow, but what I'm asking for is something that has been asked for many years back. When Mayor Mann was, the title over you. And Father Locke of Trinity had agreed that we could probably set up some kind of a forum, where people could speak about some of their issues. Now, in this town today, outside the rules that this is speaking to that. That 17, I believe. One thing that's very important is the authorizing the so the material that I sent to you
Mr.
basically.
Pope, I'm sorry, could you just get a little closer to the microphone there? I don't think your voice, is that on there? Jim, is that mic working?
Doesn't seem like it.
Switch over. Would you, I just, want to make sure the folks are hearing what you're saying. Let's see if that one's good.
Not on either.
No good.
Maybe I should speak louder.
I think last.
Option.
We'll
law is not about just the substantive.
Look, we're not gonna debate the procedure of your lawsuits here. You've gone to court at least 7 times with me to discuss this issue. So we're not gonna sit here and you're not going to say that we're not gonna waive service. So you have to follow the court rules. You have to serve everyone correctly. You have to file the right affidavits of service. And we're not gonna just waive service. And we're not gonna waste taxpayer money continuing to answer your frivolous lawsuits. So if you have a public comment here tonight, we have a clock, you have your 3 minutes and you can say whatever you want, but we're not waiving service. You're gonna have to go through all the legal hoops that everyone else has to do through in the court rules. I know that Mr. Poku, you don't think the rules apply to you, but I assure you that they do. And we're not going to waive service. We're not accepting your lawsuit until you do it correctly. And frankly, it's frivolous. And once we do accept service, I'm gonna write you a frivolous litigation letter that makes you responsible for the borough's attorney's fees after it's dismissed potentially. And that's the way we're gonna handle it going forward, because you're continued coming into Borough Hall and harassing all the employees about a lawsuit that is not cognizable in the court you filed it in is really not acceptable. This is not the way we do legal process. This is not the way we do this. So I know you've lost to me 7 times in court, so now you're here trying to get us to waive what I came to defend, and that's not gonna happen. You're not gonna publicly shame us into not following the court rules. Not gonna happen. So if you have a public comment here for 3 minutes, we can go through it, but you're not going to cajole my clients around me. And you also have your own attorney in a slip and fall case against the town, so you're represented by counsel. So we're not gonna discuss your litigations here. You have 3 minutes and we're not gonna say a word because you're claiming against the town and you have, I lost count of how many lawsuits. One has been served because you have an attorney in that one. So I'm gonna advise my clients not to discuss these matters with you, and that's how we're gonna handle it.
All right, so, Mr. Cannon, basically, you have misunderstood, what I came here for. What I came here for, I'm saying.
You misunderstand, it says waiver, consent to waive of service and voluntary appearance in court, but that's what we've appeared in court before the Chancery Division multiple times on, correct?
No, you have not appeared in Chancery Court.
Right, we've gone to the Chancery Court and I've told the judge that I'm not going to appear until you follow the court rules, and then you don't follow the court rules. And then you come here and you send us a request to consent to waive the court rules, right?
No, I'm not asking you to waive.
That's what it says right here, consent to waiver of service. What is that?
Service, not court rules, service.
Yeah, it's court rule 444. You have to effectuate service and file an affidavit of service.
So basically.
So we're gonna say no, we're not consenting to waive service.
Right, okay, so the court,
So we're talking about your litigations and the procedures therein.
okay, I'm saying
3
that
minutes.
we need to have a forum to discuss the vision and mission of this town as we go forward, as it pertains to maintaining the Black population that's here. That is the purpose of the lawsuit. That's the relief that's being asked in Chancery Court. And we're asking a special master and a qualified attorney to represent the people of Red Bank so that we can talk about how we're gonna do the train station development and all that stuff. But we should not be picking up houses from old Black folks and then turning them into McMansions. I'm done.
Thank you, Mr. Pope.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Anyone else have public comment on agenda items only? No, anyone online, Jim?
No, sir.
Okay, can I have a motion to close the public comment on agenda items only?
Make such a motion.
Have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right. Can I have a motion to approve the minutes from 2/13/2025? Have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
One thing I forgot to mention here too, we have a new animal welfare committee appointment. Jenna Reed is a full member who's going to be replacing Frances Calabrese, whose unexpired term. She's going to be replace Frances Calabrese, whose unexpired term ends on 12/31/26. Okay, we have an ordinance, final reading for public hearing 2025-04, ordinance to exceed the calendar year 2025 municipal budget appropriation limits and to establish a cap bank. This ordinance was introduced on February 13th, 2025. Can I have a motion to open the public comment on this ordinance only? Can I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone have a comment from the public on this ordinance? Anyone online, Jim? Have a motion to close the public comment on this ordinance only?
So moved.
Have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, can I have a motion to adopt 2025-04?
So moved.
Have a second?
Second.
Roll call, please.
Councilmember Bonatakis,
Yes.
Councilmember Cassidy.
Yes.
Councilmember Facy Blackwood,
Yes.
Councilmember Forrest.
Yes.
Councilmember Janone,
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Trigiano,
Yes.
and Mayor Portman.
Yes. Thank you. Okay, next up is a final reading and public hearing for 2025-05. Ordinance amending chapter 505, property maintenance of the borough's revised general ordinances to include new Article 3, private storm drain inlet retrofitting to require retrofitting of existing storm drain inlets on private property during repaving, resurfacing projects in accordance with state mandated NJDEP stormwater regulations. This ordinance was introduced on February 13th, 2025. I have a motion to open the public comment on this ordinance only.
So moved.
I have a second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Anyone have comments? Jim, anyone online?
No, sir.
I have a motion to close the public hearing on this ordinance only.
So moved.
I have a second.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Can I have a motion to approve ordinance 2025-05?
So moved.
I have a second.
I'll second it.
Roll call, please.
Councilmember Bonatakis.
Yes.
Councilmember Cassidy.
Yes.
Councilmember Facy Blackwood.
Yes.
Councilmember Forrest.
Yes.
Councilmember Janone,
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Trigiano,
Yes.
and Mayor Portman.
Yes. Unless anyone has any objections up here, I'd like to, can I have a motion to approve the resolution 25-47 through 25-54 on the consent agenda?
Second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Actually, I think we got to,
Yes.
We could,
Yeah.
yeah, roll call it.
roll call.
Councilmember Bonatakis.
Yes.
Councilmember Cassidy.
Yes.
Councilmember Facy Blackwood.
Yes.
Councilmember Forrest.
Yes.
Councilmember Janone,
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Trigiano,
Yes.
and Mayor Portman.
Yes. Okay, can I have a motion to open the floor for public comment?
Make such a motion, Mr. Mayor.
Have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Floor is open for anything you'd like to talk about. Here he comes, making that walk. Jimmy, come all the way into the box. That's the only mic that's working right now. That's right. You went through this last time, right?
I didn't want to see it, I think they'd be fixed by now. You know what, I have a little discussion I want to do too.
We just state name and address.
Oh,
Yeah.
Jimmy Dark 48 wants to West Sunset at Red Bank, New Jersey. And that this is for you. This has been going for years and years. I always said, build, keep on building, but the taxes never go down. The taxes always go up. So my thing is, why the taxes don't never go down? He's saying build, build, build. And I did a little, wait, and I said, shit, go down. Second thing, the major thing, why the taxes can't be frozen? Why the taxes keep going up, up in the sky? And I always hear this all the time. You go from town to town, different people. And I say right here, and I said, I'm gonna ask this question tonight. Why I got this chance? Why the taxes can't be frozen instead of keep going off the roof? And I was here, oh, we need more money. What do you need more money for? I mean, you keep building and building, you don't have to build. I always say the ground is only can take so much. Take so much. So why the taxes can't be?
Jimmy, you want to take a shot at that one?
Yeah, because the answer is not within a 3-minute response. I mean, there's just so many variables that go in. Go ahead, Autumn.
Yeah, I can touch on this a bit. Something that really frustrates me as a public servant, even right now, you'll see commercials from politicians saying things like, oh, they're gonna cut your taxes and they're gonna do all these things. I find that to be extremely predatory because the cost of everything continues to go up, right? I'm not sitting up here, right? Because I want to lie to people. I have no problem, most of us have no problem having this conversation on this dais. All of us, everybody's shaking their heads. This is a real conversation, right? People's healthcare, the people that work in this town, they're in unions. So guess what? All their benefits, the cost of those go up. When the cost of goods or materials goes up, the cost of them goes up, right? But I will say this, if you look at the manager's report, you'll see that the portion of your taxes that are actually controlled by the people sitting up here is a tiny little slice. And actually what we've been able to accomplish is keeping those taxes and that rate going up either at or under the rate of inflation. And we're doing all of this work in the borough under that rate of inflation. Your police, your roads, everything that's in your day-to-day matrix that you exist in, the rest of that pie is not in the control of the people on this dais. So I wish I could get more into this detail. I will talk to you about this anytime, but I will say this, that like I said, this is a really complicated form, like Jim said, so longer than a 3-minute question. But ratables do help your municipality with keeping your costs. It's a truth. Ratables are ratables. And oftentimes this conversation gets complicated because like you said, then people say, well, why don't I see the cost of things going down? So I look forward to I think we're gonna have a lot more public community conversations around this issue because of what's going on at the train station. We have our planner right here in the back. We have our planning and zoning director here. That's correct, yes, they're here. But I hope that helps you understand that we are this much of, so a lot of times when people's taxes are going up, a lot of that is, we don't control how much a property is appraised for. We don't control, that's not controlled by this dais.
But my thing is, it don't have to keep going. I mean, look at, the newspaper, and people talk about it all around the world.
Mhm.
And my thing is, what do you keep needing and need? It's like you talking about,
But Jamie, just imagine this, right? So right away, out of all the taxes that are collected, I mean, what's the number? 60% goes to the schools? So right away, 60% goes to the school. Is it 30% that's covering salaries, police salaries?
25.8% is municipal tax.
25% is all the salaries. So they have built-in salary increases, they have pensions, they have.
I understand that, but one thing, just like about this thing and train, about the redevelopment for the train station,
Mhm.
and you said they only pay so much, and then they get a tax exempt for 10 to 15 years.
No,
And I
no,
always
no.
say, the little- I just want to get this out there, the little person is paying for their wealth. So you can go skyrocket and keep building and building. Like I said, this town is only like a little shoebox. This is not Newark, this is not Jersey City, and this is not any place else, because it just keep, skyrocket. And you hear it all the time in the newspaper and on TV. And I said, you only need so much. You don't need so much. Because you keep saying, for example, I'm just gonna kick this in there. They talk about health insurance, but the thing is, health insurance don't have to go up. The way it is, it's out of control. It says, it's out of control. And my thing is, I'm gonna say it like this, it don't have to keep going up, because it keep going up, next year it's gonna be the same thing. And my thing is, when you got people that live here, and you find some people in here 60, 70, and 80 years, and they say, it doesn't make no sense.
In my free time, which is not much, but when I'm not on this dais, I can tell you that I am actually advocating for a lot of the things that you're talking about. Because I also agree with you and see these things. Like there's a bill at the state level that you can advocate for that actually creates benchmarks between different hospital providers to make it so that when you go to one hospital, you go to a different hospital, you don't pay $200 for a procedure at one hospital and $1,000 in another.
My thing is,
So hold on. So what I'm saying is, I agree with you on a lot of the things that you're saying, but we have to go and speak to the people that are in the positions to be fixing those issues. And I do that. But I'm saying if you ever want to have a conversation about health insurance or cost of living or gentrification.
My thing,
You have to go and speak to people that are in certain positions of policy.
one thing I'm just gonna put, the main thing I'm gonna say, you shouldn't have to pay for other people's wealth. You know what I mean by that?
Absolutely.
Because they get tax exempt 10, 15 years.
Not tax exempt. Payment in lieu of taxes is not tax
But
exemption.
the last thing I'm gonna say is just like, we paying for their lifestyle. But then you got people here that's keep digging and digging until.
Jimmy, it's a lifestyle. Most of almost the entire increase you're talking about and all the property taxes are the raises for teachers and the people who their DPW and our police officers. And their benefits. That's the biggest driver of your property tax bill. People like my wife who work in a public school, or Jim's wife who work in a public school, right? Like that's the part that is not that's what they're talking about. That's not in their control. So until they stop raising the price of the grocery store, the people that work here want to raise too, you know?
But they're doing it because they can. That's the allergy. Just like anything, just like health insurance.
Well, we're here to
My
make sure they don't gouge. It's my job.
My thing is, they should have a meet where people can come in and find out why does it keep happening like this, because a lot of people won't do it. But I know I.
Look up in government.
Well, it's a good conversation.
Look up
No,
here.
Jimmy, I'm glad to air that for everybody. That's important
we
stuff.
agree.
And by the way, come to the budget presentation that Tom will do.
Yes.
Say, the zoning board and y'all, why you just can have one big meet together where people don't have to go all the way around the country. Then you get all this stuff over at one time. Then I go to the zoning board meeting, then I go to council, and you got,
There'd be too many lawyers there. It's against the law.
I mean, but you're gonna get two different sides. So that means you're gonna have a piece of paper or a typewriter, type it in there. Thank you.
Thank you, Jimmy. Anyone else have any comments? Ready, you coming to kid him with the 1, 2?
It's just the truth.
Hey, Freddie, will you come over to this mic? It's the only one that's working right now.
I can speak for you.
Hey, Freddie.
Good evening, Mayor Council. Couple things. Got to dress up what Jimmy said about the tax exempt. When I worked for the borough, River Street Common is tax exempt. That never was a mayor. That I know. Locust, those new apartments, tax exempt. That I know for a fact. Ed McKinnon was in here. The other thing is, how we making out with the crosswalk, the railroad tracks, Dr. Boulevard. We following up on that?
Yes, sir. I'm still waiting on the response from the state about the funding that they said Red Bank is on the list. So I've tried to reach out. I just haven't had any follow-up from them at this point.
Okay. The other thing is, the other day, I was at the post office on Shrewsbury Avenue. And a young lady walked across the street. Actually had to run across the street. And she turned around and wanted to know, how come there's no crosswalk in front of the post office on Shrewsbury Avenue?
So
I
that's,
told her.
there's one right at
Bring
Locust,
it up
right, Oakland and Shrewsbury.
at the council meeting. You have a lot of councilmen go by there, to pay attention to it. It's a post office there, and a lot of people go there every day.
I cross at the intersection. I don't cross mid-street. I go to one of the intersections. There's two crosswalks flanking that post office location. So I walk to a safe visibility point at a crosswalk and I cross at the corner.
Well, what I'm saying is you got people's parking there,
Mhm.
so they gotta walk all the way down the little cross and come up.
They could go to Locust or,
Let me finish. Or either they gotta walk all the way down to the senior citizen, cross and come up.
yeah, Freddie, as you know, I cross Shrewsbury Avenue every time I leave my house and I walk that street every day. I cross at the crosswalks.
Understand what you do.
There's crosswalks there.
Not in front of Chestnut, Shrewsbury.
It's not safe to put a crosswalk in the middle of a street with a
It's
low
not-
visibility line.
Oakland Street
Oh,
and Chestnut.
all the,
Is that Oakland?
all of the intersections on Shrewsbury Avenue have a crosswalk, every single one.
No, okay.
Oakland doesn't.
I'm not gonna dispute you, I'm not gonna argue with you. Tomorrow morning, get up and take that walk. I
There's,
wouldn't lie to you here.
but he's asking for a crosswalk at,
Oakland and
Oakland.
Shrewsbury.
And Shrewsbury going towards DeForest.
There's no crosswalk there.
What are we talking about by the post office?
I don't know. I just walk to a crosswalk and I cross at a crosswalk. That's the safe
Thing to do.
I'm just saying, is it one there? I'm not gonna argue with you, is it one there?
You're talking about where Oakland and kind of DeForest hit?
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, it's not there going, I mean, you got people's parking there.
Yeah.
Or parking across the street, or you go on that Oakland Street, and they crossing over,
Here,
go to the post office.
Right. I see,
That's all I'm asking.
I'm looking at the map.
There's no harm in that. You gotta fight to get something on the west side. It's ridiculous.
well, Freddie, I don't know if you heard, there's gonna be a blinking crosswalk put in on Shrewsbury Avenue in front of the senior center by the end of this calendar year. So that there's gonna be a blinking crosswalk put in front of the senior center.
You like the one they have at the hospital?
Yes,
Hmm.
but
But
not exactly same, but by the end of this calendar
I'm
year.
not here to argue with you. I'm just here to bring something up. I'm arguing when that minute, is in there right here,
Mm-hmm.
Where's the post?
River Street and Shrewsbury Avenue, the blanket light. Me and Ethel and Jimmy, all freeholders, they met with us up there. And we asked them, why don't they put a blanket light, because you have a senior citizen right there.
It's gonna happen this
They
year.
told us they would look into it, I'm not doing it. We called Freehold, Tom, I know, we called them, they met us there. I have the number, they met us there. Shrewsbury Avenue is a county road, I understand that, but we still get things done. Maple Avenue is a county road, Lincoln Light over here.
I saw Tarmon 2 weeks ago. I ran into him and he said that we're getting that done this year. So I'm just letting you know that we're locked in.
Don't get me wrong, I understand we getting it done, but it was supposed to have been done when Pat Miller was in here.
Yeah.
They said it was gonna be.
Well, I'm not Pat Mena.
No, I'm just saying, this how long this was brought up,
I understand.
you know what I mean? So,
Years.
I mean, you know, it's keep checking it back.
Yep, I feel that.
Plan.
Everybody wants what's best for the west side. I live there, owned my house there 12 years, Freddie. I want what's best for the west side. Let's assume positive intent with each other when we talk to each other.
I bought a house,
Right?
81 Bank Street years ago, okay? And then I moved up 40 Bank Street.
Mhm.
I lived there, like all my life.
Yep,
I was raised up 128 West Side Avenue
Yep.
when I was a kid. I was raised up there. I ran all through them woods, knew every street around here.
yep. We've had long talks, Freddie, but we both care just as much as each other.
I mean, I'm here to fight for not just the West Side,
Yep,
all the time.
good.
Thank you, Freddie. Anyone else have any comments or questions? Anyone online, Jim?
That's it.
All right, can I have a motion to close the public comment?
I'll make such a motion.
Have a second?
Second,
All in favor?
Uh,
All right. Christina, got anything?
Sure. Just a little update from the Historic Preservation Commission. They did come, our attorney did come before the council, last year to talk about what we were intending to do. And I think everyone was behind the idea of design guidelines for that group. So some objective criteria that they will be using that's available to homeowners as well. I'm pleased to say that they have chosen professional to create those design guidelines and undertake a related architectural study. The group chose Architectural Heritage Consultants, that's led by Stephen Smolin. They have recently also done historic design guidelines in Cape May, Glen Ridge, and Hoboken. And that project as well, just as a reminder, is in large part funded by a grant from the New Jersey Historic Trust. Thank you, Shauna. So good news for everybody. I think that's gonna really move forward their mission. So very excited to see the work.
Thank you, David.
No report this week, Mayor.
All right. Nancy?
a short report, the Shade Tree Committee met last week, and they were very happy that they had the chance to talk with the engineers and tree expert over the plans for Marine Park. They ended the meeting very happy with what's being presented and look forward to using the zip line. That's it.
Thank you. Ben?
Met with all the boards of education this month, so charter school, borough schools, and of course RVR, which was just mentioned. Of course, with questions and comments, a variety of sorts. I'll try to go to the meetings again this coming month. And I'm just gonna comment on, Jimmy also brought up a number of things about taxes. And I just also, when I walked through the train station tonight, a lot of that property is now tax exempt because it belongs to New Jersey Transit. Like one of the constant, we don't have a public for us, but one of the things that is kind of a misnomer is that, this is gonna be, if anything happens there, which is a big if, it would certainly be a net positive probably over the long haul for taxes. And right now, most of that property, if not all of it, is tax exempt. And I just wanted to make the comment that kind of along the line of why would we consider doing anything there? And I guess that certainly is one of the many things also brought up tonight by several people was housing and housing for middle income people, affordable housing. And I do think this council has this very high on our agenda. I certainly do. I am not interested in borrowing Red Bank Borough money and funding a nonprofit personally. I can't speak for anybody else here. I mean, there's big communities that do that sort of thing. But I think this is a small town. And I don't think we should get in the business of building projects directly. That's a decision. We're not Newark, not Jersey City. So these are many of the things that have to be weighed when you look at big proposals like this. I do appreciate the many people who are reaching out to me directly at office hours, commenting online, their concerns about all of this. And there's also, of course, a political agenda by some to politicize this as much as possible for whatever reasons they may have. And I think it's important because it's going to have probably the biggest project this council is going to oversee if it happens, is that train station thing. I've been going around to various stations myself and looking at other New Jersey transit developments, and they're kind of a mixed bag. Sort of ironic that, there've been some sarcastic remarks directed at me and, I'm taking the tours of the train stations. And I see Sue, video. Actually, the other projects in New Jersey has done, in my opinion, are kind of a mixed bag. I think I saw in Red Bank Green a little bit of coverage along those lines. Some of them are much better than others. Some of them, the train stations aren't terribly well maintained. In Mattawan, a train station looks like Red Bank's train station is condemned. Some of them are rusting. Some of them are very nice. Some of them have some nice housing. Some of them seem to fit into the communities better than others. So anyway, just wanted to make that editorial comment. But I know at the top of my mind, and I can't speak for other people here, I'm just speaking for myself, is making sure this town remains a place for everyone. Building affordable units doesn't happen by magic. It costs a lot of capital and money to do it. And I know that's an obvious thing to say, but believe it or not, some of the criticisms that I've directly received are that, somehow this train station or whatever happens, all these units are going to, cost us money. And, that certainly seems to be kind of a dishonest analysis in many ways. I think that we have to look at the proposal and the details when they come in, see what they are, and see what the project is. We don't have any specific things in front of us. And right now, there's no revenue coming from those properties. Next, I wanted to comment on Parks and Rec, as I'm liaison to that. We have Red Bank Raiders will be hosting a baseball clinic on March 1st, 8th, and 15th from 3:30 to 5:30 at Count Basin Park. Contact the Recreation Department if you're interested in that. The spring egg hunt is scheduled for March 30th with a rain date of April 6th, 9 to 10:30 a.m. The event will be held in shifts. So I would say go to our website and check out the various timing because, 5 and younger will be at a certain time and 6 to 8 will be at a certain time, etc. We'll also have spring break sports camps starting April 21st. Go to the borough website or call the Department of Recreation. There is a fee involved. And they fill up quickly. And that concludes my remarks, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you. Laura Janelle, you're up.
I sent an email today because I had a call last night from Paul Parado, who's the head of our animal welfare, and they did receive a mini grant for the native plants. I know some people worked on that. Jim, you helped with that, and Billy helped with that. And I saw Patty White just before I came here. The Parker Clinic had a very nice dinner to honor all the volunteers there, and some of you know I volunteer there. So she happened to be there. So I told her she's very excited about it. So we did get that grant, which is great. And we do have the new person put on the animal welfare, Jenna Reed. Thanks, Christina. She's lovely. She has a couple cats and a dog. She's very into it. Library, Nancy and I were able to attend the African American read-in on Saturday, which was great to end African American Month in February. They have English classes going on right now from February 6th to June 26th. And all their other things that they normally have, exercising on Friday. So take a look at their website. They've got a lot of stuff going on over at the library. And that's it for me. Thanks.
Deputy Mayor.
Thank you, Mayor. It was really a lovely time at the fire department dinner over the weekend with everybody there. Congratulations to all of the honorees and time of service award. Also on Saturday, the Mexican consulate was in Red Bank again. We hosted them in our senior center building. They took 120 appointments and 24 walk-ins, so 144 appointments. This is an incredible service to be offering in Red Bank and to be doing it in a space that is able to, service so many people. These are people getting visas, their passports, birth certificates, vital documents, and any place who has any diverse population, if they had the ability to give this service to their residents, would be very happy. The mayor of Newark, Raz Baraka, actually came to see how we set up our consulate. In Newark, they were still doing it like it used to be done here in a church basement. And we kind of showed them, look, this is a real government service in a government building. And he said, wow, this is cool. And, we're gonna, set a standard here in Red Bank again. So thank you to, all the volunteers and service providers that were there to help our Red Bank families. Gratefully appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you. Speaking of grants, Laura, the Mayor's Wellness Committee received $1,000 grant from the Quality Institute, so that's exciting. Something we can use for upcoming events. Fire department dinner was great this weekend. I also was at the Winter Gala at the Count Basie, a great event. Very excited tomorrow for Edith Blake's party at the senior center.
Yay.
Yeah.
How old is she?
107.
107. That's amazing. And I was invited by the charter school for Read Across America Week to come read to the kids next week. So that's always a good time. And that's about all I've got as well. What do you got, Jim?
Couple things, Mayor. First, happy to say that we've been working on this a little while now. It takes some time, but the website is ready to launch next week on Tuesday at 10 a.m.
Oh, my God.
So everybody's on that, be like, really?
I've worked in development long enough to know Tuesday at 10 a.m. is going to be interesting.
I mean, that just sounds like super soon. That's great.
Yeah, it's great though. Yeah.
Super soon.
But, we plan to launch it. We plan to take a look at it, make improvements to it as we receive feedback. But there is going to be a new look to the website, and I think it'll be a little bit more user friendly and hopefully get people to where they need to go. We are actually looking at a chat bot option to add as a widget to the website. So we're still kind of fleshing that out, but.
Can I be the bot?
Yes.
Like a little mayor for me.
The Billy bot.
Yeah.
As far as personnel, a little personnel update for the borough. We did make an offer for the part-time confidential aid for the administration office. DPW laborers, we've extended an offer to 2 laborers to fill vacancies. We posted the part-time tax assessor's clerk position. Again, we had attempted to utilize our staff in-house, but due to some scheduling constraints, that didn't work out. So we did post the part-time position there. That was once a full-time position in that office. We've reallocated some of the duties and lowered that down to a part-time position. The temp hire in planning and zoning has started this week to assist Shauna in her office. That's for a maternity leave. And we did repost the full-time water and sewer foreman position. Unfortunately, an offer that we had extended to somebody, they rescinded due to their current employer making an offer back to them as well. The class 1 SLEO that we hired did start on Monday. So the special law enforcement officer class 1 has started and will work primarily in parking. And I'm taking a look right now at the electrician bills that we've had over the last couple of years to really analyze that and make a determination as to whether or not, and I am leaning towards posting that as an in-house position. From my analysis, I believe that by doing so, I'd be able to save the borough probably about $100,000 in electrician bills. We have a lot of need for that. There's various things that come up all the time. And I think it would be really beneficial to bring that position in-house as a union position and on the rolls with us so that we have access to that individual all the time. And these emergency service call outs don't necessarily have to rise to the level of an emergency. So that's something that I'm looking at.
Love to hear it.
Marine Park, as far as phase 2, which is the greening in the space down by the waterfront there. I've talked to the engineer to reach out to the contractor this week to see if we can solidify a date for that deconstruction of the parking lot. Again, we were waiting for the weather to break. We are seeing some warm weather. I know some cold weather is coming back, but I believe that process can really start or at least get on a schedule for the next 3 weeks or so. The final stages of our CAFRA and waterfront development permitting process, we just entered in. So I'm hoping to really get some good feedback from CAFRA and waterfront development. I think that we've addressed all their concerns and we've had a lot of back and forth with DEP with that regard.
Jim, I'm Marine Park before I forget. Can we take a walk down there maybe this week while the weather's warm or something? Just see if we can figure out how we can make that, that river walkway
Easement access.
happen. Yeah, see if we can,
I think Sean is going to join us.
all right,
We're
good.
going on
Yeah.
a walk, Sean.
All right, good. We're going on a walkabout.
All right. And we did receive just, I believe yesterday, initial comments from DEP regarding our Jake's Law grant submission. So we went back and forth with a couple clarifications that they're looking for and offered to hop on a virtual call with them to answer any other questions that they may have. As far as the budget, I've met with Public Works, DPU, Recreation, and the Police Department this past week to discuss their budgetary needs. And we plan to meet with the Budget Committee next week to go over the 2025 budget. And the 2025 road program advertisement went out today. That includes Allen Place, Hubbard Park, Alston Court, River Street, and Boat Club Court. That's in tandem with our New Jersey DOT municipal aid funding for the lead service line replacement repaving, and that's on Chestnut Street, Maple to Shrewsbury, Carmen Place, and Clifford Place. So those are 2025 road programs. The NJDOT funding will probably see coming to fruition in 2026. And the Monmouth Street pedestrian improvements pre-construction meeting will take place next week. And again, that's the sidewalk improvements on Monmouth Street from end to end at the from train station down to Broad. And that's with the Safe Streets to Transit grant. And let me just make sure I covered everything. Oh, I did want to say that the bid opening for the 2025 road program is set for Tuesday, March 25th at 11 a.m. And we'll probably plan to award that contract after that bid opening at the following council meeting after that date. That's it, Mayor.
Thank you. Do we have exec session for anything? Yes, just briefly there. All right, so then, can I have a motion to adjourn to executive session?
I'll make such a motion, Mr. Mayor.
Can I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
5 minute.
5 minute break, yes, sir. The Open Public Meetings Act allows the governing body to exclude the public from matters that are deemed confidential. The governing body will now convene an executive session to discuss a contractual matter pertaining to the Count Basie Fields and the participation agreement with the Board of Education pertaining to the field. This will take no more than 10 minutes and no action will be taken after executive session.